Good day. My name is Lizelle Jonk. I'm a postgrad student, master degree student at CQ University, studying educational neuroscience. I am preparing this presentation for academic audience. We are going to talk about academic report, and the topic for this academic report is the impact of monochromatic multisensory stimulation on neuroplasticity and educational neuroscientific perspective and alternative to medication. In a quantitative research report from an educational neuroscientific perspective, various types of variables can be identified, each playing a specific role in the study. The overview for this presentation is abstract, introduction, independent variable, dependent variable, continuous variables, categorical variables, intervening variables, moderating variables, confounding variables, methodology, control variables, data collection, analysis, results, discussions, and then I will. The abstract for this report is the report investigates the effects of monochromatic multisensory stimulation on neuroplasticity, analyzing the variables involved from a quantitative research perspective. The findings aim to contribute to alternative therapeutic approaches in educational settings, particularly for students with learning difficulties. Our introduction, neuroplasticity, refers to the brain's ability to recognize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. Traditional medication therapies for learning difficulties often have varied effectiveness and potential side effects. Recent studies suggest that multisensory stimulation may enhance neuroplasticity, leading to improved cognitive functions without pharmacological intervention. This research examines the relationship between monochromatic multisensory stimulation and neuroplasticity, considering various variables that may influence outcomes. The first is the independent variable. Monochromatic multisensory stimulation will be our independent variable in this case. What is an independent variable? These are variables that are manipulated or controlled by the researcher to observe their effects on the dependent variable. Monochromatic multisensory stimulation. The primary interventions involving exposure to uniform color stimuli alongside auditory and tactile stimuli, measured in terms of duration and intensity. Dependent variable. In this case, our dependent variable is neuroplasticity. What is a dependent variable? These are the variables that are measured and are expected to change the result of variations in the independent variable. Neuroplasticity is measured using neuroimaging techniques, for instance, fMRI, to assess change in brain structure and function, as well as behavioral outcomes, for instance, cognitive tests and performance metrics. Our next variable is continuous variables. These variables can take any value within a range and are measurable. Duration of exposure in this case, age of participants. We are looking at time in minutes participants are exposed to stimuli, and the age of the participants, continuous measure to participants' age, which may influence neuroplasticity outcomes. Categorical variables. What is a categorical variable? These variables represent distinct groups or categories. In this case, we will look at the type of stimuli, like different monochromatic colors, for instance, red, blue, green, used in the stimulation process, categorized based on color psychology studies, and the participants' demographics, gender and socioeconomic status, segmented into categories for analysis. The next variable is an intervening variable or intervening variables. These variables explain the relationship between the independent and dependent variables. We are looking at attention levels and previous learning experiences. In the attention levels, the participants' focus and engagement during the stimulation, which can influence the effectiveness of the intervention. And then previous learning experiences, prior educational history, which may alter how individuals respond to multisensory stimulation. The next variable is a moderating variable. The moderating variables in this case is cognitive ability and emotional state. What is a moderating variable? These variables influence the strength or direction of the relationship between independent and dependent variables. Cognitive ability, a participant's baseline cognitive function, which may modify the relationship between stimulation and neuroplasticity. And the emotional state is the participant's mood and stress levels prior to the intervention, potentially affecting their receptiveness to the stimuli. Confounding variables. These are variables that are extraneous factors, that have extraneous factors that can affect the dependent variable, making it hard to determine the true effect of the independent variable. For instance, home environment and support. An example of that is parental involvement in education. Another one is health status, untreated learning disabilities, and other concurrent interventions, other therapies being administered. The methodology. A total of 25 students aged 8 to 12 years were selected using stratified random sampling from various educational institutions. Inclusion criteria included specific learning difficulties. Exclusion criteria encompass neurological disorders. Control variables. These are variables that are kept constant to accurately assess the effect of the independent variable on the dependent variable. The procedure that happened in this case was the participants were divided into two groups. Control group was not stimulated, and the experimental group was stimulated via monochromatic multisensory stimulation. The experimental group underwent a structured program involving 60 minutes of stimulus exposure administered thrice a week for 8 weeks. Data collection. Quantitative data on neuroplasticity were collected through behavioral assessments, pre and post intervention, and neuroimaging sessions to visualize change in brain activity and structure. Analysis. Statistical methods used include analysis via variance to compare neuroplasticity outcomes across groups. Multiple regression analyses were employed to explore the relationship between dependent and independent variables factoring in moderating and intervening variables. Results. Preliminary results suggested that monochromatic multisensory stimulation significantly increased neuroplasticity. Evidence by improved cognitive tests in the experimental group compared to the control group. Age and attention levels showed significant interaction with the dependent variable. Discussion. The study highlights the potential of non-pharmacological interventions like monochromatic multisensory stimulation in enhanced neuroplasticity. The difference in treatment outcomes across varying demographics emphasizes the importance of tailoring educational strategies. Conclusion. Monochromatic multisensory stimulation presents a promising alternative to traditional medication therapies for promoting neuroplasticity in educational context. Further research is necessary to elucidate the underlying mechanisms and optimize intervention strategies.